Today we are providing an overview of the Rimage Automation Suite, which is the software package that drives the Rimage Maestro system. There are two user-facing applications as part of this suite. The first, Quick Design, is our label creation software. In this window, we are designing a label for a thumb-size case. There are tabs at the top to switch between the top side and bottom side of the case. Along the left-hand side, there are a number of tools to add objects to our label, including images, text, barcodes, and auto-populated fields such as counters, date stamps, and job ID fields. For this demonstration, let's keep it simple with a single image object on the front side. We can easily scale that image to fill the entire print surface with the positioning tools in the upper right. Now let's switch to the bottom side of the case. And here, maybe we'll place the Rimage logo. Again, the positioning tools make it quick and easy to center that image on the drive. We can go ahead and save that label for future use. And let's go ahead and switch over to a pocket-sized drive. Again, we can easily add an image file and quickly scale that to fill the full print area. On the bottom side, let's go ahead and add a Maestro logo. And we'll use the positioning tools to center that horizontally. And let's say we'll add a date block. That'll auto-populate whenever the job is run. And again, we can center that up easily. And finally, maybe a QR code. Align that. And let's have that QR code lead to rimage.com. There we go. And we'll go ahead and save that label as well. And that takes us to the other application that's user-facing as part of the automation suite, and that is Autoconductor. This application allows for submitting and monitoring jobs and provides visibility into the system status as well as consumable levels. We'll click the New Job button at the top of the window, and in the resulting window, we can program every aspect of our job. Here we can select the drive capacity and the case size that we want for our job. We can set a label name for the resulting drive. And in the left-hand panel, we can set our drive contents. The default option is just adding files and folders, and you can browse to those within the application, or they can be dragged and dropped directly into this field. We could also add files to a zip archive or an encrypted zip archive with a password protection. The final option allows us to browse for ISO images or again drag and drop for any predefined images. On the right-hand side of the window, we have our case label panel, which allows us to go ahead and select that label that we just created. And we will see a preview of that artwork here. Below that, we can set the number of quantity that we want to create, either by pressing the plus and minus, or just typing the number in directly. The top window, Advanced Odd Job Settings button, allows us to turn on data verification for this job. We can set the drive to be bootable, and we can also turn on our write once read many function that makes the data permanent on that drive at the firmware level. For this job, we'll just go ahead and add a small folder. And I think we only need one, and we'll go ahead and hit submit to release the job into production. While we wait for that job to complete, let me show you a few other useful functions in Autoconductor. On the Station Group Dashboard Summary panel, you'll see the loaded consumables and ribbon status for the Maestro systems in the station group. Now this group only has the one station, but if we had multiple stations attached, we'd be able to see a summary of everything that is loaded. Below that, we have our jobs window, and this shows any job that was recently completed, that is currently in progress, or that is pending in queue. as well as the current status for each of those jobs. If we click the individual station on the left-hand side of the window, we'll see the specific status of the station in question. At the top, you're able to see what is loaded into each of the 4 data module magazines, and what and how many are loaded in each of the 4 case input bins. Below that, we have some information on the system status, the printer status, the type of ribbon that is loaded, and the number of panels that are remaining in both the print ribbon and the retransfer ribbon. And in the lowest panel, we have our output bins that shows the number of completed drives in each of the bins of the output carousel. On the right hand of this window, we have our notifications panel. Any user alerts or errors will be listed here to give you a clear idea of the status of your machine and what you need to do to restore functionality. The statistics button in the upper right give you details on the performance of the system over the last 24 hours, as well as counts of the number of cases printed, insertions that have been done on each of the 4 recorders, the current firmware versions, and the serial numbers of the device. Let's go back to our station group window, and we'll check on the status of our job, and we can see that it is in progress and printing. If we go back to our station group, there's one more button I want to call attention to, and that is the pause button. This will suspend operations of the Maestro and allow the data module magazines and the case magazines to be removed and reloaded. And then the system can be resumed to restart production where it was left off. At the top of the window, we can see that there is an open job file button that allows you to open a saved job, and all of its attributes will be restored from the last time it was run. And the new label button, which will again kick you back into quick design quickly and easily so you can create a new label file. And with that, we're just waiting for the second side of this drive to be printed and for it to be delivered to the output carousel. And there we go. The drive has been delivered to the carousel,